guys, welcome to another video. Since it's almost Halloween and it's spooky season, I wanted to share with you guys some of my personal scary stories and just something scary that has happened to me, since I've had a lot of scary things that have happened, and I wanted to share this story with you while I finish my makeup. So yeah, let's start. I want to tell the story about the time where me and my little sister decided to make the worst, stupidest decision of our lives. We were home alone and we were really into everything scary. We've always been really into scary things and we weren't afraid to try anything. So we decided to try a Ouija board. And that is so dumb. Now that I have my own baby and I think about it and I'm more, you know, more, my relationship with God is better and everything, I'm like, I was so dumb to do that. But yeah, so we didn't have a Ouija board and we didn't have money on our own, so we had to make one ourselves. And so I don't know if, I was like, we're gonna try it. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna be scary. And so I just pulled up a picture from Google. And by the way, I'm using this foundation, if you want to know. In 3N. This is my summer foundation. I get a little more pale during winter and fall, but we're using this one. Anyways, so I went to look for a picture of a Ouija board on Google, and so I found one, and we decided to just draw it exactly how it is and start playing. Right, there was no one at home, and so we started playing, and we were like, okay, let's set the settings right so it can look scary and everything. So we turned off the light, and I remember I believe we turned on a candle too, and we made it look very creepy, right? And there goes me and my little sister doing dumb stuff again. I remember we looked for kind of like a script online to call the ghosts or whatever, the spirits. And the only thing that we remember is that you always have to say goodbye, right? And say bye to the spirit, whatever. And so we started playing, and we were asking questions we were like, are there any spirits here? And then it would move to yes, and I was thinking it's my little sister that's moving it, and then my little sister was thinking that it was me that was moving the Ouija board. So we were kind of thinking she thought I was moving the Ouija board and I thought she was moving it, and so we were just laughing. But then we started asking more questions, and we were like, give me a sign that you're here. So supposedly you're supposed to ask for signs from the spirit or whatever, and I don't remember exactly what we asked for, but I believe it was to move a paper or dim the light of the candle. And when we asked to do that, it happened. And until when that happened, we started believing that, because I was telling her, it's not me moving it, stop playing with me, I know it's you. And she was telling me the same. So once that happened, we were like, okay, it's not you, it's not me, it's definitely something else. And then we decided to ask for its name. And I remember we also had this recording, one of those apps that supposedly record voices. So we were playing around and saying that maybe we can find someone from the app, because It was like an app that picks up voices from spirits, and I remember it picked up a voice from like this guy, but I know it was like fake. So we were like, oh, maybe it's this guy that we were talking to from the ghost, from the app. And so we were like, oh, let's talk to him again, because we were so dumb, we thought it was that person. But then once we asked the name, it started spelling it and moving it to B, and then A. And then I was like, okay, Baba, that's not a name. And so whatever, I remember we also asked, what do you like? And it spelled kids. And so we were pretty freaked out. And then after, I remember we were like, let's just say goodbye, because it was getting pretty scary. And then we knew that my mom was coming, so we didn't want anyone to see us playing that. She would get so angry at us. So we said goodbye and everything, right? And then that's where I was like, I don't know, that night it was so scary, and the following days too. But after we played, I remember that me and my sister were really scared. And the next days when I was sleeping in my room, I swear, every night that I was sleeping, I would feel someone breathing next to me. And then, like, no one would believe me, and I was like, okay, I'm going crazy. And I told my sister, like, you have to believe me, someone's there when I'm sleeping. And she was like, okay, whatever, I'm gonna sleep with you. And I remember that night that she slept with me, someone knocked on our window, and it was like 2 a.m. And someone knocked on our window, and then we started running. We left the room right after. And I said, I told you I wasn't kidding, because I remember it was like a whole week like that I couldn't sleep, and I would feel something in my room. And so I decided to look up the name, even though it didn't make sense to me. And so I looked up the name of who Baba was. Anyways, I looked up who Baba was, and it's basically an evil spirit, and it's a full, according to Google, it's a figure from Slavic folklore who is portrayed as both a fearsome witch who eats people, and a powerful, sometimes helpful spirit of the forest. So, and it says she is often described as an old woman with a long nose, iron teeth, and bony body, who lives in a hut with chicken legs. How scary is that? And I didn't think anything of it. I don't know, maybe like if you know about this. I haven't actually read more of it. I just like read whatever appeared there. So I haven't done my research about this Baba Yaga person. So if you know anything about it or know more about it, please comment. But it was just so weird that it's actually an evil spirit. It's so scary. And especially it was more scary because I remember for like the whole week I couldn't stop having dreams about just nightmares, and I would feel this presence, like evil presence. It wouldn't even feel like there's someone there. No, it would feel like heavy, like a bad spirit. And what else? But yeah, me and my sister were always doing something dumb like that back then. We didn't care about consequences. We just loved the scary things. And now I feel like what changed me a lot is I still love scary things, and I love horror and all the creepy stuff. But I feel like what happened is like that after having a baby, I wouldn't mess with that. And I wouldn't mess with anything that has to do with evil spirits or demons or anything like that. And also, I have another scary story that I wanted to share, but I'm gonna share that later. But now that I'm remembering, I've had a lot of sleep paralysis, right? And I remember one of the sleep paralysis, I guess shadows or whatever. It's always described as this old lady that looks like the Baba figure that I'm describing. And I just thought about it right now because it's always, for me, it was the hat man that I didn't know about it either until I googled it. And it's just crazy to me that after I do research about things that have happened, it actually means something. So, and I know that some people see this other figure of an old lady, and it's just really scary. And it's more scary because all of these bad things started happening after us playing the Ouija board. I had a sleep paralysis, nightmares, we would hear things, but also we were so dumb. We were like, look for spells and all this stuff that we didn't even know about, and we would go to the cemetery, and the cemetery near our house has a lot of witchcraft. It's like a lot of witchcraft that I wanna go one day and like record everything so you guys can see what I'm talking about. But it has so many like pictures of people in like glass jars. And oh, what was I saying, Papas? Oh, so they have like this jars with God knows what liquid and pictures and all this random stuff. They also had like a lot of black chickens without heads. If anyone knows what all of this means, please comment down below, because I know all of this seems evil and I haven't actually done any research about it. But I remember me and my sister were so dumb, like so dumb, and we would go, and supposedly we were protecting the people. We were breaking spells, so we would like break the glasses or destroy whatever witchcraft or whatever things they had there. And it was just, I'm thinking, pretty dumb from us, and no wonder why we had all these things happen at our house and all of these evil things haunting us. Now that I think about it, I'm like, I mean, what do you expect if you're gonna go to the cemetery and then play Ouija board and touch all of this witchcraft, whatever? I don't know what these things were. Like, what were we expecting? Of how dumb me and my sister were, and that time that we played Ouija board. Will I ever do it again? No, ever, never again. And also, if you're thinking about doing this, just know that there's always consequences of when you're doing this type of things, especially if you believe in everything. It's definitely not worth risking your peace and your health or anything for the fun. But yeah, say thank you to me because I played it and I get to tell you the story, so you don't have to play it. But that was the story, guys. Thank you for watching. If you like this type of stories, please comment down below. If you know anything about the things that I told you about, like the witchcraft or the Baba evil spirit, also let me know. And I will be making more scary series. I want to visit a lot of places and tell you the story about it and kind of explore the places. Nothing crazy though. I'm not gonna be like doing anything like playing the Ouija board or anything like that. But I do want to tell you like the story and all this if you're interested in that kind of stuff. But yeah, happy Halloween and and happy spooky season. Look at my nails. Anyways, thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you. Bye.